What's up, my loves? What's up, magical people? Happy Thursday. Happy manifesting. What is going on? I hope y'all are well. It has been a minute. I haven't connected with you guys in a while. Back on Facebook and wanted to address a couple of questions that I've been getting that I saw a lot of today while I was going through my inbox messages. And it is people asking, how do you practice magic if you do not have an altar? How do you practice magic if you cannot burn candles? If you're in a space, maybe a living situation. Hey Rita, hi honey bun. If you're in a living situation. Oh, hi Donnell. Good to see you, my love. If your lifestyle isn't conducive to setting up an altar, hi Latia. If you can't burn candles, like what are you supposed to do? How are you still supposed to manifest? I know that, hey Alana, I know that, candle magic is huge and it's everywhere. And the primary reason why people use candle magic is because you get results very quickly and it works. Well, magic in general works, you feel me? But yes, candle magic does work. And I just want to share some tips. Hi Erica, hi Tracy, hi Joe. I want to share a couple of things that I've done for myself that has definitely worked. I've shared this with other people and just kind of help some of you on your spiritual journey, because you are not limited to just candle magic. And I know it's something that I emphasize on a lot on, but that's because that's my specialty. I am the candle magic queen. Like, my candle spells really work. That doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. What works for me doesn't work for you, doesn't work for everybody else. And I've talked to people that have said that they prefer to do kitchen magic, they prefer to do water magic, they prefer to do air magic, they prefer whatever it is. It doesn't always necessarily have to be candles. So I'm going to give you guys a very short rundown, some of my tips. Hopefully this helps you. Of course, in my opinion, I feel that if you can set up an altar and if you can burn candles, then you should, because again, in my opinion, in my experience, what I was brought up, what I was taught, it does work, and it does work fairly quickly. But for those of you that's not an option, well, you know what? It's just not an option right now. One. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to say hello to names are passing up, so if I don't say hello, I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't see your name, but I love you guys. Comment down below also, do you have any suggestions? I'd like to know, have you performed any magical rituals or any spells that you did not use candles and you still saw results? Please share that. Let's put all of our magical energy into the boiling pot here, okay? Because, each one teach one, and I don't know everything. I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything, and I know a lot of you have manifested things, and I just want us to all kind of share our information so it can, it can get around. And we can help other people. Also, if you're watching this on Facebook, thank you so much. If you are missing this, you're catching it on the replay on YouTube. Hello to y'all. Please share this video if you think this information will be helpful. If you have a friend, a family member, somebody who's in the broom closet, and this could help, please share this video. Let's get the word around. Let's help people help themselves. And what is the whole purpose of magic anyway? It is to elevate your spirit, elevate your soul. Hell, for me, it's to not come back here again. I'm ready to be a light body. This is my last incarnation. But at the end of the day, while you're in this physical package, why not be able to experience the luxuries that are on this earth through manifestation, through the law of attraction, and just nobody should be struggling. Like, let's enjoy life. Let's eat, drink, have sex, have lots of money, and be merry. How about that? All right. So, if you're new to candle magic also, someone's asking, does hot foot powder count? I'll get into that, Jazz. Just hold on, baby girl. You're skipping ahead. I'll get into that, but thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. If you are new to candle magic, I want you to comment down below if you are new. So what I mean new to candle magic is, this is a new path for you. You recently discovered it. You've maybe performed 0 to 10 rituals. Maybe this is very new. You're like, I just did my first candle, or this is just, it's very new to me. Please let me know if you're new to candle magic. I want to see. I'm just curious to know. I know there's a lot of you watching that are practitioners and you've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. I spoke to someone recently who's been practicing magic for years, and she's just found herself in a roommate type of, living situation where her roommate is just like you not doing this up in here kind of thing. And she's like, Jasmine, all I know is candle magic. Like, this has thrown me. I had to take my altar down. What do I do? So let's roll. Number one. And you guys hear me say, if I had a penny for every time I said this, I'd have a Maserati outside. Do your spiritual baths. Water is a conductor. Water can manifest, okay? You could speak, and I know this is probably going to sound a little silly, but you could speak your intentions into some water and go take that water and pour it out as a libation to the ancestors, to a tree. I think we all have trees outside. There's some dirt somewhere, wherever you live. There's some dirt out there. Speak your intentions into a glass of water and go outside and offer that back to the earth. Water magic, if you think about how water flows, it's a continuous stream. It's a wave, depending on where you are. Water magic is not the fastest element. It would be third. And if we think about the elemental, so you've got earth, air, fire, water. Fire would be number one for the fastest. Water would be the third because air is quicker. But you will be able to utilize that element and the energy that comes along with that element to set your intentions, okay? That's another reason why we place water on the altar, not just as an offering, but as a conductor of energy. Water is also cleansing, healing, and protecting. So and I'm talking, this is to the person, now this is my disclaimer. This is not for the lazy person that just doesn't want to set up an altar. If you have the space and the time, then you should. This is for the person that is like, I cannot practice magic. My last client was 16 years old, and her parents raided her bedroom and found all her witchy stuff. I'm talking to the person that's like, I can't do this at home, but I still want a way of connecting. Speak into water. Buy yourself a beacon. Buy yourself a jar. Buy yourself a glass. Buy yourself something that is dedicated to your spiritual work and put your intentions into that. Now, if you were to add some essential oils and throw a crystal in there and maybe even write your petition out and stick it down in there, you'd be winning. But that's magic level number 2. I'll get back to y'all on that. Number 2, mojo bags. You see this? Mojo bags, also known as gree bags, also known as good luck bags, also known as talismans, charms. Call them what you want to call them, okay? This one, so I'll show you guys what's in here. I charged this last night. It's not complete, so I'm okay to open it. Typically in, Louisiana, Southern folk magic, and hoodoo, we do not open our gree bag once it's already kind of set and sealed. But this one, even last night when I did it, I knew that I was going to want to put something else in it, so I didn't even close it all the way. Bear with me, y'all. I'll open it up. I'm just going to show you guys some things that you can put inside of your bag. I have a bag inside of this bag that I made a very long time ago, like a year or 2 years ago before I went to Vegas and I had won some money. So it does not have to be fancy. Now this is this is a great example. So this is a little cone of money incense that was the powders were grounded up by a practitioner that I know. There is some, it smells so good, some road opening incense. And I wish, she doesn't make them anymore. Because you guys know I don't like to show you stuff if I can't tell you where to get it. And she stopped making them. I had bought these from her a while ago. She was here in Leimert Park. But I have some casino chips that I bought. Like one of them I actually won, and the rest I purchased when I was in Vegas. Nothing fancy. You don't have to have these. I'm just showing you guys. Like this $5 bill, I think it's been I've literally, it might even be torn. It's been in my bag for probably look at this. It's been in my bag for 3 years. I do change out my bags, but so this is a bag inside of a bag. I don't open this one. But you can put some black eyed peas in there. You can put some ancestor money in there. You can put, I have a little gold dollar coin and a cowrie shell. With some of the roots and herbs, I rubbed some of my money oil on it. I rubbed some, what did I put on here last night? I put money oil. I put some road opener oil. And then I had a drop of Crown of Success oil left. And I put that on here. So you can make yourself a mojo bag. And you can, I'm not saying you can, but if you can, use tea light candles. Use those little itty bitty tea light candles from Dollar Tree. You know, sometimes you might have to practice your magic at night. They call it being in the broom closet for a reason. Maybe you're going to have to stay up. Yeah. Oh, not get any sleep to practice my magic and be spiritual and manifest the life that I want. Yeah, maybe. You might have to stay up until everybody goes to sleep and set aside 20 minutes to do your work. Okay. I have seen altars. I've seen spaces. People have little shoe boxes with their little magical supplies in it. Nobody else in the house even knows that it's there. And they work late at night or early in the morning. I know someone who actually had her altar in the back of her car. Creative, different. I'm not sure. I mean, it worked for her. Hell, she would pull over at the park, bust her trunk open, had her little magic stuff would sit there. You do what you got to do. She actually manifested a house that year too, but that's another story. So, not to go too far off a tantrum, get yourself a mojo bag. Of course, I will always advocate for burning incense. This is the simplest, cheapest, easiest way to go. Burn some incense. How many people have seen my video, the easiest money spell ever, where I talked about how you place a denomination of money under the calm money incense? Comment below. Burn some incense in your room if you have that privacy under a denomination of money. Now, everybody, maybe you're like, if I can't burn candles, I can't burn incense. Okay, that's okay too. You can go out into nature. The weather's getting a little bit warmer depending on where you are in the country or where you are in the world. Some of my best spells have been out at the park, and those were by choice. I like being in nature. I like sitting under a tree. Like, I'm the person that you will find under a tree, and I lay all my stuff out. I go right up here to Kenneth Hahn Park, or I go to Echo Park by Dodger Stadium. It's a beautiful park. And I take my blanket, and I take my stuff and my incense and my crystals, and I sit there. So if you can't practice at home, maybe you need to go out into nature. Maybe, okay, you not being able to practice at home is an area of your life that needs to be worked on, whatever that means. Whether that means your living condition isn't conducive, then that means you need to manifest a living condition that is conducive. If your family or your spouse or your roommate doesn't understand your spirituality, or maybe this is your opportunity to educate them on who you are. I talk to so many women that are in partnerships and relationships, and they're in the closet and they live with someone, and it's like, how long do you think that's gonna work? Like, eventually they're gonna find out, you're gonna get frustrated, or you're gonna steer away from your spiritual path, and then all the things that you wanted to work on manifesting is going to be pushed back further and further. So, not to say someone has to accept you. They may not even agree with it, but if they love you, they will at least hear you out. And it's very important to educate yourself on what you're doing. You need to know what you're doing. You need to be able to sit down and break down what an altar is, what candle magic is, what your oils are, what are crystals for, why you burn incense. So that way you can explain to someone clearly, in layman's terms, meet them where they are so they can understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. 9 times out of 10 people are practicing magic for the household, for their family, for their spouse, for their kids, to get the bills paid, and they're living with someone that doesn't understand, and it's like, I'm trying to do this to help us. I need you to be on the same page. And maybe you got to be like, look, I'm going to need you to be on the same page, and if you don't agree with me, then don't agree with me, but at least let me do me. I'm just saying. And if you're in a situation where that's not an option, oh no, perhaps there's some reassessing that needs to be done. And I believe that there. Sitting at the beach, if you're able to get by near water, it doesn't have to be the beach. It could be a stream. It could be a lake. There's nothing more powerful than doing your work out in the open, out in nature. I will reiterate that. I mean, I practice at home because it's convenient. I can't drag, 5 people's candles with me and do all of that. But before I did spiritual work for others, when I was just doing it for myself, there were multiple nights that me and my girls would be at the beach, be at the park. I'm talking midnight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was out there. You will see a difference when you kind of put in that little extra effort. There's a reward that comes from that. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. or if you have a balcony. Another thing is, look up at the moon. Just go outside and look up at the moon and speak your intentions out loud. Wish the things that you want. Ask for the things that you want. You know, one of my best spells was when I moved to Florida. You guys hear me, I talk about it all the time, how I manifested moving to Florida, how I manifested moving back, how One Ritual Away got started, you know, how I worked in a doctor's office for 13 years and quit my job and started doing this to help all of you. That came from a wish on a moon, literally in Miami, on a full moon, at a wedding. Like, yo, universe, I'm here. What's up? What are we doing? This is what I want to happen. And that shit happened like this. Speaking to the moon is very powerful. If you don't know when the full moon is, you need to know that before you even think about dabbling in magic. There's 1,000 apps on there. Download one. Figure out when the full moon is. Go outside. It's amazing how many people tell me they don't look up. I'm like, you don't look up? You don't ever wonder if something's going to come crashing in, like knock your ass out? Look up sometimes. Go out. Speak to the moon. Take a deep breath. Make your wish. Let it go. Send it out to the ethers and watch what happens. It's amazing. Like, just that. Again, candles are tools, and yes, they work, and they work very quickly, but some of my best spells have been done with very little tools, very little energy. Nothing. Literally, nothing. Another very powerful thing to do is burning. Write out your things, your petitions, write out the things that you want, and light them on fire and burn them. Again, this will require you to go outside if you're not able to do it at home, but find some time, find some quiet space, find a corner in a park somewhere. Hell, I don't know. I've done it in a cemetery. It's quiet, it's peaceful. Not many people are there to bother you. Just saying. Write out your intentions and burn them. That's another element of working with fire, and it makes things happen very quickly. You can bury your wishes, bury your intentions. Earth magic works a little slower. It is the slowest of all 4 elements. So if you're like, I need to manifest $600 for the mortgage next month, don't bury it. It's not going to happen that fast. But if you're looking for a long term, so if you're doing a marriage spell, commitment spell, love spell, fertility spell, you want to purchase, like next year I'm going to want to buy a home, you're working on a career, you're building a business, anything that's going to be long term that needs solid foundation should be given to the earth. So you can definitely do that. But again, do not expect fast results. I say with any type of spell work that's buried, I 3 months at the minimum do I think I will see some results. If they happen sooner, that's fine, but about 3 months. The primary reason why people use candle magic, why people gravitate to hoodoo, is because, like they say, it's the power of 3. So within 3 days, there should be some shifting coming, okay? Within 3 weeks, you should see some synchronicities. And within about 3 to 4 months, you should see the results that you want. If you don't, then either it wasn't for you or you need to go back to the drawing board. And any other type of element, whether it's air, earth, or water, will traditionally sometimes tend to take a little bit longer than that. Another thing which I did not bring out, it's in my bedroom, but I'll just tell you about it. Create a wish box. Create a wish box. And I really want to show you guys. If you guys want me to show you, I'll go get it. But I hate just like walking away from the camera. But create a wish box. Okay? I got a box from Ross. That's about this big. This big. It was $3.99. And it says you are magical. And what you do with that wish box is write out your intentions. Purchase things. I don't know how many of you saw my video. It's on YouTube. On the marriage box. I've done a couple of marriage box spells. A lot of you, especially if you've come to my workshops, I've talked a lot about how I manifested my partner after doing a love spell for myself. 2 weeks later, I met my partner on my birthday. A wish box is where you put tangible items that signifies the things that you want. Okay, you guys want to see? Okay, so I'll show you the box. The box is empty. I'll show you the box that I purchased, but I will leave the link down below in the comments of how to do a marriage box. And I did I do a baby box? A fertility box? No, I did the marriage and fertility box together. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. I'm going to go get it. Just so you guys can see why this is important. Hold on, I'm coming. That's what she said, right? Okay. This was $4.99 from Ross. And the reason why I bought this is because it says you are magical. And it has little magical elements. It has the unicorn. It has you are magical. Like, if I did a plain box, I would have to decorate this. And I used to do these for clients, but they were just so much work. Like, I would go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, whatever. Michael's, all the stores, and you buy all the things. You make the box all pretty. It says magical. Let me see if there's anything in here. No, I didn't put anything in here yet. There's some sage in here because I was cleaning it out, but there's like stars. So my point is, I'll try to find a picture and I'll post the marriage box that I did, which was so pretty. It had like the bride and groom. It had the little marriage cake. It had the she said yes with the engagement rings. It had the money, the little pacifiers for the baby. It had babies in there. Like, that box was awesome. I did 2 of those. And I did them for clients. You know, I mailed them to them. But make yourself a wish box. Like, this is an awesome idea. This is like having a vision board, but it's private, so no one has to be all up in your business, okay? Another thing you can do is do a vision board. Do a vision board. My vision board is over there. I'm going to do another one. I was thinking about doing a video on vision boards. No, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to show you guys how to do a vision board. But do a wish box, do a vision board. If you have privacy where nobody comes in, like, put your vision board, maybe put it away while you're at work or at school, and then bring it out at night. I've been trying to figure out how to, like, plaster my vision board to the ceiling so when I wake up in the morning, it's on there. I've even taped, like, $1,000 bills to my ceiling fan. I know. But, look, you want to manifest some stuff, it needs to be visual. I have $1,000 bills taped to my bedroom ceiling fan, so when I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I see, like, yep, and they're raining from the sky. Okay, do you all see the symbolism in all of this? Help me out here. Yes? No? Am I making sense? All right, what else? I'm looking. I have a list here. You know, I have to write down my stuff or I just go all off. Oh! Last 2. Very important. Very important. Most important. A gratitude journal. And some of you that say, I don't like to write, I don't care. Get yourself a journal. It could be a Dollar Tree. Get yourself a sticky pad. Steal one from work if you have to. You need to be writing down 5 things a day that you are grateful for. Anything. You've got to find, and I don't want to hear that I don't have nothing to be grateful for. Your ass woke up today. You needs to be grateful. And if you ain't grateful for waking up today, then gone. Stop taking up the oxygen for the rest of us. You need to be writing down what you are grateful for. There is nothing more powerful than gratitude and love to manifest the things that you want in your life. It takes 2 minutes. All that, I don't have time. You eat. You talk on the phone, you're on Facebook, you could be writing your gratitude journal right now while you're looking at me. You have time. You have to make this a priority, because if you want to attract more things to you, you have to be grateful for what you already have. And I know people hear this all the time, and it goes in one ear and out the other, but the attitude of gratitude, I don't care if you're just if you're grateful for the smallest thing. It could be anything. Be grateful for the toilet paper. Be grateful, whatever it is, even if your situation in life, even if you feel like I have shit luck, my luck is not great. Find something. If you ate a meal that day, you need to be grateful. If you got a cell phone, you need to be grateful. If you had a glass of water, if you woke up and was able to take a shit and you're not in the hospital, you need to be grateful. And you need to be writing that down and saying thank you every single day. That will change your life like this. Honestly, writing in a gratitude journal works faster than candle magic. And the reason is because the spirits, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides see the work that you put in. It's very easy to light a candle and walk away. It's very easy to light a candle and just kind of pass off like, okay, I'll light the candle, I'll let the candle do the work. This is you doing the work. I do this every morning. Every morning. I will be honest with y'all. I fell off. I did. I fell off from December. And I just did this amazing 5-day intensive self-improvement, I don't even know what to call it, change my life, which my life has been pretty good, but change my life completely seminar. And they gave us journals, insight seminars. I don't know if anybody's familiar with insight, but I just did my insight 2. I'm doing insight 3, then I'm doing masters, and then I'm gonna start teaching. But they gave us a journal, and it reminded me I have a gratitude journal at home. So my dream journal, my gratitude journal, this is kind of my daily practice. Okay, last 2 things again. That was the last 2. Doing your affirmations, and this is something that was reiterated to me in my insight seminar. Doing your affirmations. Affirmations, there's a reason why affirmations were created. You know why? You have to do your affirmations. There's 10 million videos on YouTube. So if it's money you're trying to manifest, a new car, a spouse, whatever the material things are, maybe it's just healing. Maybe there's some things internally that you need to heal from and you want to let go. Self-improvement. There is never, none of us are perfect. I'm far from perfect. Y'all know that. There's always room for self-improvement. And when you're working on yourself and you're doing your affirmations and you're healing, and you're just loving, like, just loving, I love you. Can I just say that? I love y'all. You guys are watching. I love you. And I mean that, like, I really do. Just being in a place of love, the things that you will manifest, you won't even have to work as hard. You won't have to work as hard. You won't have to buy as many candles. You won't have to buy as many oils. You won't have to spend all this time researching, and you just won't have to do all that work when you are in the right place vibrationally speaking, okay? My mala beads. So, reciting my affirmations, I forget to do them. I'm human. And I have my mala beads, and in Insight, they give you an accountability buddy for the week that you're there. And she and I have become, she's like my best friend now. I just met her 2 weeks ago. And she said to me, wear your mala beads and don't take them off till you recite your affirmations 100 times. And it made sense, like, duh. So as long as I'm wearing them, y'all see, I haven't done my affirmations for the day yet, but I'm going to do them. So that was one thing. And I tell you, just from doing my affirmation, I'll share with you what my affirmation was. My affirmation was, I am open, I am confident, I am abundant, I'm loving myself, and sharing my love with others. And that is my affirmation that I say 100 times a day. And from that, just that, the things that have happened for me in this past week, like, I had a hell of a week last week. My alternator went out, my car stopped in the middle of rush hour traffic, in the middle of the street, in the turning lane. The shit just died on me. Like, can you imagine how frustrating that is? I was on my way to an appointment, had an afternoon full of clients, my mom's in the hospital. Life was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? That's literally how I felt. And I had to sit there and say my affirmations. Then to find out my AAA was expired, they were like, no, we can't come get you until you pay it. And I only had cash on me that day. But you know what? AAA showed up, got the alternator fixed. Everything I needed fell into place. I literally sat there with my beads while I was sitting in the turning lane, having cars behind me honking, nearly, running into me. And I repeated my affirmation, and an angel showed up. My angel, her name is Sahara. But everything I needed worked out so smoothly. Though all those days, everything worked out so smooth. I was so stressed. Like, you can only imagine how stressed I was. Everything worked itself out. Even down to the money I needed to get the thing paid. Like, it all worked out. So, if you can't burn a candle, if you don't have an altar, if you don't look up at the sky sometime, if you're not into taking baths, do your affirmations. Like this, instantaneously. you will see the results that you need. Okay. Okay, the last thing, and I promise this is the last thing for now. You should, and us women are a little bit more inclined to do this than men are, but have yourself a planner. And I'm not talking about the phone. We're also digital now. I hate it. I'm so old school. I still have a phone book. Like, I have an actual calendar where I write stuff down. Get yourself a planner. Of course, I am not, they do not pay me for this, but I love the Law of Attraction planner. But get yourself a planner and write down the things that you want to see, your goals, your wishes, your dreams. Write them down and put dates down. So for example, let's say you want to buy, let's say you're like, I want to buy a house by the end of the year. Write on your calendar, September 7th, escrow closes, moving into new home. Let's say you want to manifest, like for example, I'm going to Punta Cana. Now, I don't have the ticket yet. I don't know where I'm staying. Haven't even manifested the money to go. But I'm going to Punta Cana in June. That's next month. I put that on my calendar. It is going to happen, okay? If you want to, maybe you're wanting to bear a child, write down your due date. Write down, and if you want to have kids, this is just so on another note, calculate when you're bringing them in, because some zodiac signs may not match up with yours, and you don't want to be tussling as a parent. Figure that shit out. But write down your due date on your calendar. What's 40 weeks from whenever you're going to conceive? Do you feel me? You want a new car, you want a job, you're going on an interview? This is the big one. If you have a job interview coming up, write yourself a welcome letter from the company and email it to yourself. And if you really want to get jiggy with it, print it out and look at it every day. Put a date on there. Wake up to that letter like, I have been hired as of May 30th as the executive assistant. I am making $45,000 a year. Like, write it out and print it out and send it to yourself. These are all things that you can do, because it's all about intention, that will have the same significant energy behind it as lighting a candle. Again, I find people tend to get lazy with their candles. They light them, they walk away. They light them, they don't pray over them. They light them and they think, oh, because the candle's burning, it's just going to miraculously make stuff happen. You still have, you have to work the candle, right? You do know it's just a candle. You know that, right? You still have to put in the energy to it. You still have to light the candle and apply for the job. You still have to light the love candle and actually go outside your house to meet somebody, okay? Just making sure we're clear on that. But if that's not an option, you do have other options. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm done. I'm parched and I'm ready for a glass of wine. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox me. Bear with me. I'm just catching up. I have not been on Facebook for about 3 days because between my spell work and just trying to have some time to myself, your girl is exhausted. But please inbox me. I will hit you back. If you want to book a private consultation with me on your magic, on your manifesting, a reading, oneritualaway.com. You can book an appointment. Be sure to make sure that you join my Facebook group, Let's Talk